Good morning, friends and family. Back in the park again today, out here playing with Toby and just enjoying the quiet and the beauty of this place. A little somber this morning. The Lord's been speaking to me about the life of Joseph, and I read a book in 1998 by R.T. Kendall, and the book title I believe is God Meant It for Good, which documents the scripture that Joseph, once he received his brothers after they sold him into slavery, tried to kill him, once he was reconciled with them, he forgave them and told them, you know, the enemy meant this for evil, but God meant it for good. I just wanted to discuss with you this morning a little bit about suffering. Not a popular subject with modern day Christians or believers or whatever it is that you want to call us, those that hold Christ dear, you know. And, you know, Joseph's life was, you know, marked by suffering. He was misunderstood, misconstrued, lied about, judged, criticized, thrown into prison, left, you know, by people that said they were going to help him, left to stew a couple more years in prison. But then he goes from the prison to the palace in a supreme kairos moment of God that propels him into leadership of a nation in a time of severe crisis. And I'm just wondering, you know, how many of us are really ready to embrace a calling like that and embrace the molding of God to prepare us for a calling like that, you know. I watched a documentary yesterday on the life of Winston Churchill, and the First World War. He was in leadership roles in the First World War, but catastrophic failures and public humiliation, just extraordinary things that he came through. He made huge mistakes, but God used him mightily in the Second World War to lead England out of disaster, the United Kingdom. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind that things would have gone very different if we hadn't had the leadership of that man in the Second World War. But the First World War, you know, missions were catastrophic for him. Just, you know, marked by incredible loss of life, you know. It's astounding. And I would encourage you just to think on these things, you know. What is it that you're going through that you're complaining about? You know, I've done my fair share. Don't get me wrong. I'm not standing in judgment here. You know, I've done my fair share of complaining. And God forgive me and forgive us. You know, He knows our character and our nature is not designed to suffer. We want everything to be going well all the time. You know, that's the human condition. We just want to walk in blessing and favor and grace and not deal with any suffering in our lives. But I would suggest to you that great leadership is marked by great suffering. Think about it. And bless you today. Okay? Bye-bye.